Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about, so we'll start with some NASCAR news. I want to talk about some stuff here, big topic of discussion. I'm going to do a video of this tomorrow, but quickly want to talk about it here. NASCAR's John Probst says it won't make any changes to the playoff format for 2025. Not surprised. They're never going to change it. I mean, they're just out of touch. They're the only sport that doesn't listen to their fan base, it feels like. They're just out of touch with the fan base. And NASCAR thinks all publicity is good publicity. Well, I hate to tell you, not all publicity is good publicity. They think everything with this playoff format is great and that the racing is great. Tell me besides besides Homestead, what race was good? Can you? Can't remember. Outside of Homestead, every other race was either mediocre or sucked. And he mentioned like Homestead. Well, buddy, Homestead delivers good racing no matter what. And talking about Martinsville, Ryan Blaney wins his way to Phoenix. Look, these are moments that can happen naturally. It doesn't need the playoffs. They think every moment happens because of the playoffs. No, not every moment happens because of the NASCAR playoffs. Just have it be natural. Have 10 drivers, reset everybody's points, and 10 race chase. Bring that back. Tired of this shitty-ass playoff format. We should not have the playoffs in motorsports. This isn't stick and ball sports. This isn't football. This isn't basketball. This isn't baseball. This isn't stick and ball sports. Just bring back season-long points, 3-day race week instead of cramming everything into Saturday and Sunday. More on-track practice sessions, no stage race. I know they're not going to go back to that. But it's just sucks. I'm not shocked. Who expected them to change the format for 2025? See people defend them like, oh, season's about to start. They had all off season. And NASCAR will take a working group into 2025. A working group. What working group? To look at the playoff format in 2026. Why do we have to wait another year? Why can't we just do it this year? They don't want to make small changes every year, so this group will take a holistic view of the format. I don't think it takes much to figure out why this format sucks. And people are fine with what the schedule is created for. Wait and change both the format and schedule for 2026. That's what the off season is for. Why do we have to wait another year? And people are like, oh, wait till 2026. Yeah, and it's going to be the same shit in 2026 where they say, oh, we're looking at it for 2027. We're not changing anything for 2026. It's just sucks, and people are like, oh, if you don't like it, stop watching. Well, I think people are listening to that advice because the ratings for the championship race every year went down. It's just the old formats. It's all we need. Even if a driver clinches a title before the season ends, at least we know the correct driver won. More consistency. And people are like, oh, it's stupid and boring. Yeah, those are the same people that like the playoffs. If you want gimmicks, how about you go to your local short track and watch Saturday night races? If it's too boring for you. Look, you may not like it, but at least you'd have the driver with the most consistency. Instead of a driver that runs out of the top 10 half the time, Joe Logano, and works his way to winning championships. If that's boring, sure. They will have biased people look at it in NASCAR, say it's fine, and then if you disagree, Mike Ford will call you a bot if you disagree. But whatever. No, they're not changing the playoffs for 2025. Yeah, color me shocked. Maybe 2026. Yeah, they'll say that in They'll say we'll check 2027. Yeah, working group. They'll say it's okay, and Steve O'Donnell and fucking Steve Phelps will eat it up like they always do. So the Cup rookies for this year excuse me, the Xfinity drivers eligible for Rookie of the Year: Quaffle, Zielich, Swalich, Taylor Gray, Akis, Dye, Sanchez, and Dean Thompson. So, it's okay, the strongest Rookie of the Year lineup yet. Anybody can win here. It's a pretty good rookie class. I think Connor Zielich is the best out of all those, but Carson Quaffle, either him or Zielich or Carson Quaffle, I think will be the two best. For the Cup rookies, SPG and Hertz. That's it. I don't know. I thought, but yeah, the two. For trucks, Tony Branger, Gio Ruggiero, Andres Perez, Connor Mosack, Christian Rose, Frankie Muniz, and to be also Dawson Sutton. Well, it says Herbert. Did I say Herbert? I mean Herbs. If I said Herbert, Bob literally put SBJ and Herbert. Justin Herbert? You're talking about the NFL quarterback? Justin Herbert? Anyways, yeah, those are the rookies in Xfinity, Truck, and Cup that are eligible. So, in the rules briefing, NASCAR confirmed Austin Dillon's win at Richmond does count for eligibility for the All-Star race. Oh boy, can't wait to see Austin Dillon get in the All-Star race and cause chaos. So, Corey LaJoie, with his announcement, all the open cars have been announced, which is 9 of them. LaJoie in the 01, Allgaier in the 40, J.J. Haley in the 44, Truex in the 56, Alfredo in the 62, Chandler Smith in the 66, McLeod in the 78, Johnson in the 84, and Castro Neves in the 91. So, all the open cars have been announced for the Daytona 500. Nathan Burr's going to do at least 15 races in the Young's number 02 truck. Stephen Parsons to do select races in the number 20 truck. So Bob Honker responded to a comment of a fan saying no changes to improve the car, no changes to the format, NASCAR does nothing. And he said the main change is looking at softer tires for the short tracks, road courses. Some of the aero changes used at Talladega will be used at Daytona, Atlanta. The fabric and the roof flat will be at all tracks. We'll hopefully put it back in the driver's hands for the super speedways. And it's not drivers running side by side and you try to make a third lane and it just dissipates. And I hate when they go around like 3 or 4 seconds slower having to save fuel. Oh yeah, that stuff won't do anything, honestly. A severe dirty air issues will still be the outcome, so it's not gonna fucking matter. Because dirty air exists. I know it's gonna exist with all cars, but with this one it's terrible. So the Xfinity race at Rockingham has a sponsor, the NC Education Lottery 250. Now Ryan Truex will drive a second Sam Hunt racing car in the number 24 at Daytona. So some Cup owner point transfers don't have Xfinity or trucks yet. Bob Parker says the SHR 4, now the FRM 4, SHR 14, now Trackhouse 88, SHR 10, now 231135, RWR 15, now the RFK 60. Colleague 31, now the Colleague 10, and SHR 41 remains with the Haas factory team for you. Keep scrolling down here. NASCAR says the driver provisional can be requested for a former full-time Cup driver who is elite credentials. So someone such as Johnson and Truex potentially can ask for it. Still must be S 90 days prior, which they said Trackhouse did for Castro Neves. Hey, how about Dale Jr. does it? Fuck it. I don't know what it means by elite credentials. I mean you have to have a championship in any series? I don't know. NASCAR, with the primary and option tire both being used to FedEx Cup teams, will have one 45-minute practice. Everyone on track at the same time, then they'll go right into qualifying. Can we have that every week? Can we have 45, 50-minute practice sessions? The Dash for Cash races for Xfinity Vegas is the qualifier, then Homestead, Martinsville, Bristol, and Rockingham. Anybody can race those events, but only Xfinity points drivers eligible to win Dash for Cash. I thought no Cup drivers could run this. Well, I guess so. Jason Burnett, who has been a crew chief across the three national series, is joining NASCAR to oversee technical inspection for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Legacy Motor Club announces Nighthead Capital Management has acquired a minority stake in the organization. Maury Gallagher, who founded the GMS Racing organization that Jimmy Johnson invested as a co-owner, will step back from day-to-day involvement, and he's now the majority owner. Jimmy is. We already talked about Corey LaJoy. Lane Riggs will move to the number 34, and Chandler Smith will have the 38. So our truck lineup is set. Chandler Smith at 38, Lane Riggs will be in the 34. It's official. Ross Chastain, Bailey Curry, Matt Gold will drive the Nice 41 truck this year. Truck won't race full-time Chastain races. Homestead, Charlotte, Michigan, RP, and Watkins Glen. The last thing we'll talk about for this NASCAR is schedule. Oh wow, we got a schedule for the clash, the crash. Bowman race Saturday, 11:15 mod practice, 12 mod qual, 150 the mod race at 1:45. At 6:10 FS1 Cup practice. We'll have three groups, 3 sessions apiece. FS1 at 8:30 for the Cup heats, 4 heats, 25 laps apiece. On Sunday on Fox, the last chance qualifier at 6 p.m. 75 laps, and 200 laps for the crash at 8 p.m. So the schedules are back. Oh, Bob Parker's my beloved. How I've missed these schedules. But yeah, there was a lot of NASCAR stuff. But now I'll talk about some NBA in this video, NASCAR and NBA. So, we have some stuff to talk about with the Bulls. We have a lot of stuff to talk about with the Bulls here, man. So the Los Angeles Lakers, they're not expected to show interest in centers such as Nikola Vucevic and Jakob Poeltl on the trade market per the Stein line. They always show interest, man, but they never buy. And they're just not serious about making AD happy. He says he would be better at the 4, but they don't want to trade for a center. The Bulls want a first-round pick for Nikola Vucevic, but only the Warriors. But the Warriors are only willing to surrender second-round picks per at the Stein line. I don't know, man. We have the worst front office ever. Like, come on, dude. He's averaging 20 and 10 and shooting 55%, 40 on threes. Is his defense the best? No. Is he worth the first rounder? I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I mean, dude, he's averaging 20 and 10 on 55 and 40 splits. I mean, fuck it. If we want to contend, trade for him. If we don't want to contend, tank. Simple as that. We'll decide what we want to fucking do. The Milwaukee Bucks are interested in Zach LaVine. Makes sense, man. They need another scorer on that team. That would make sense. So, via Mark G. Medina, Jordan Poole believes he should make the All-Star game this year after having a breakout season. Did he mean ass star? I don't know how to say this, buddy. You're not getting an All-Star game appearance. Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie is reportedly interested in purchasing the Boston Celtics. No. The Chicago Bulls are open for business, and Matas Buzelis is the only untouchable player on the roster. Oh, he is? Well, how about you play him? The Bulls and Suns have talked, and the concept of Bradley Beal ending up in Chicago has been discussed via Windhorst ESPN. Bulls really on a mission to stay mid. Jimmy Butler, well, it was reported he was expected to return to the Miami Heat today. Well, he got suspended indefinitely because he walked out of practice after he was told Haywood Highsmith would be starting over him. So yeah, Jimmy Butler is suspended indefinitely. Just trade him at this point. Like, how many times I have to talk about Jimmy fucking Butler? All indications are that Kyle Kuzma is growing less patient with the Wizards' direction. Well, you suck. The Indiana Pacers may not be willing to pay Miles Turner over $30 million in his next contract, which could potentially lead him to being placed on the trade market. I mean, he could. I mean, I think he's good. I don't know, man. I just don't think he's worth $30 million. To me, I think he's a good player. He's not worth that. Yusuf Nurkic doesn't have a relationship with Mike Budenholzer. He sucks. Nobody cares about Yusuf Nurkic. The Miami Heat have shown interest in acquiring Bruce Brown. Sure. But that's all the news I want to talk about in this video. Peace.